ha, ha, mm, 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 ha, oh. This is Torrance Davis. You're watching Warzone number 340. After this show is done, we will be 9 episodes away from the retirement of the show. I'm pretty excited about that on the GZ Cam. Copyright DJ Killzone Jones 2008. I am now on the GZ Cam, as I always start the show on the GZ Cam. Actually got a couple topics this week that I'd like to discuss. So let's jump right into it. That sounds dope. I'm not high or anything. Just bear with me, okay? So anyway, first topic. E3 is dead. So, as you all know, this week it was publicized from Greg Miller that he was banned from E3. And he was banned from E3 because apparently they found his badge on somebody else. Now, here's the crazy thing. Whenever I go to these shows, and I typically leave the shows early, I throw my badge in the garbage can so nobody else can get it and use it to get into the show. And I guess Greg Miller does the same thing. I don't know how, but somebody found a Greg Miller badge at E3, put it on, was at E3 using it. They pulled him over, took his badge, and then they banned Greg Miller from E3. And the thing is, he actually used the badge all the way till the end of the show. This isn't really what's important, though. What's important is on his podcast, he talked about how even his site or his channel could only get 2 E3 badges. And he needed like 5 or 6, but they'll only give him 2. And they said if he wanted more badges, he'd have to pay $1,000 a piece for each badge. And the thing that cracks me up is, so Greg Miller comes from IGN. And you know IGN, they're just printing out badges for them like fucking newspapers. And he started his own thing, and it blew up, and it's doing really well, really, really well. His little kind of funny games and shit. So he's up there. He's one of the top YouTube video game streamers as far as like journalism goes. And he can only get 2 badges for E3. Now, as you know, when we started doing this shit, I'd have like 5 or 6, sometimes 8 people at the show covering the show, and I had to get 8 E3 badges. And even though it was a lot of work, it wasn't hard to get 8 badges back then. Now, if a big outlet like Kind of Funny Games can only get 2 badges, what about the smaller sites? They're really small sites. I also heard that E3 was turning away a lot of small sites, and that the show floor at E3 this year was a dearth of people. I mean, there was like nobody there. You could walk through the aisles, not bumping anybody, not smell any stinky people. That's what E3 has become. And the funny thing to me, I said this year, hey, what's up, Saris? I said this years ago. It's E3 is dying. It's a dying thing. It's not good anymore. It's not like it's not what it used to be. Obviously, Nintendo's pulled out, Sony's pulled out, and I don't even think Microsoft had a show floor presence this year. They did everything outside of E3. So, here's my prediction. My prediction is that E3's last year will be next year. But the reason why they're charging $1,000 for these gamer passes, and the gamer pass doesn't even give you access to all the good shit. And I heard all of this on Greg Miller and Andrew Renee's podcast. So, if they're losing out on money because these big companies aren't buying booth space, well, of course they're going to start charging people for badges. But my thing, even when Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo were all on the show floor, I was saying this years ago, what is the point of going to E3 if the important thing is to see the press conferences, and you can watch those from your computer screen at home. Why waste the money to go to E3? Like, if I were to go to E3, get a hotel for the week, round trip flight, food, that's like $1,500. Easy. And I never really play the games when I go. So if you're like, well, I got to go to E3 because I got to play the games. No, you really don't have to play the games. You can play the games later. Most of the shit you're going to play at E3 is like 60% done anyway, and you can only write a preview on it, and you don't have to play a game to write a preview on it. Yeah, I saw a video for Samurai Showdown, and it looks pretty cool, and this is what they've done, blah, 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 blah. Here's some video, here's some screenshots, preview done. You know, oh, I just realized that my cousin subscribed to the channel. Crazy. I have to see if he's doing some streaming on his channel. That's crazy. My cousin. Okay, anyway. So E3's dead. Now you heard it here first. I guarantee you that next year E3 will be dead. Next year they're going to announce that that's the last year of E3. Because I think that Sony and Microsoft will unveil their new consoles next year during E3. What's up, Futuristic Viper? But I don't think they're going to continue buying booth space because it's totally unnecessary. There are so many other ways to get the content to the press, to the people who write about it, that there is no reason for them to spend all that money on booth space. They would actually save money if they picked, let's say Microsoft picks 20 journalists and flies them out to Redmond, Washington and shows them all their shit. That would be cheaper for them than buying booth space or even putting on that big stage show. And you're not only buying booth space, you got to buy the booth space, you got to fly all the shit down there, all the lights and the speakers and the consoles and TVs, and have people set it up, hire people to stand in the booths for 3 or 4 fucking days and take it all down and then fly it back. That's fucking expensive. If they just did the shit at home base and just flew the journalist out, they'd save a fuck ton of money. I don't understand why they're still doing it. Like, okay, let's take CES for instance. Tech companies, they go to CES, but you can't compare tech to video games. Tech is completely different. Like, if Canon announces a new camera lens at CES, dudes are going to go to CES, photographers are going to go to Canon's booth, and they're going to pick up that lens, put it on a camera, and use it and check it out and write about it. It's a lot different. And they're not selling $60 games. They're selling $3, $4, $5, $1,200 lenses and $6,000 cameras. So it's a bit, the tech space is a bit different than the video game space. Nobody's going to watch a fucking video of Canon's new shit. The photographers need to hold on to that shit and use it. It's different than video games. And then usually tech companies, when stuff isn't done, they still let you see it. You don't have to sign NDAs on camera stuff. You go, you see the shit, you shoot a video about it, you put it on YouTube's. That's what they want. Sorry says, what about PAX, Gamescom, and those other shows? What about them? PAX really isn't about just video games. PAX is about all kinds of shit. So PAX will continue. And you don't, if you look at the booth, the size of the booth for Microsoft at PAX compared to the size of their booth at E3, it's a fraction of the size. A fraction of the size. One level. About 20 TVs. It's totally... Oh my God, what just happened? It's totally different than E3. It's a much smaller... It's least expensive. Plus, they're not putting on a big press conference. It's a lot cheaper for them to do PAX. And if you think about it, where is PAX Prime? PAX Prime is Seattle. What companies exist in Seattle? Microsoft, Nintendo. That's their home base. So, of course, they're going to do PAX Prime. And Microsoft always does PAX East. So, but honestly, but who gives a fuck? E3 is dead. I'm telling you, you heard it here first on Warzone 340. Next year will be the last E3. Because nobody's going to keep spending that. As more companies pull out, the cost per booth is going to go up. Activision pulled out of it years ago. They know what's up. So, no more E3. It's done. You'll have press conferences. You'll still have press shows. They'll probably do the press shows from their home base, or they'll pre-record them like Nintendo does. It's going away. So just E3 is going away, but all the other will remain. Yes, PAX will still be there. Gamescom will still be there. Remember, Gamescom is a European thing. It's a European show. It's different. You know? And Gamescom is bigger. It's now bigger than E3. It's not the same thing. It doesn't make sense for them to do E3. I would say that Gamescom will continue for a few years. I've never been to Gamescom. I don't know if it's just video games. I don't know if they have anything else. You know, but you got to remember, America has E3, PAX. It has the developer show, DevCon. What the fuck is the developer show called that they do in San Francisco? They do a developer show every year. They got all these fucking shows. It gets expensive. But yeah, E3's dead. As far as the other shows, who knows? But there's no reason for E3. But Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, they have GDC. Thank you. They have to sell consoles in Europe, so they have to have a presence there. And maybe they'll stop going to Gamescom eventually. But it's all about return on investment, and you're not going to get a return on investment spending millions of dollars, and I said millions of dollars to go to E3. Millions. There are other ways to do things. Thank God Nintendo has shown the world the way. So that's that. So, there's been news going around that Sony is already money-hatting big-time developers for timed exclusives. And they literally said timed exclusives. So Sony is looking to get a bunch of timed exclusives for the PS5 at launch to make their console more appealing than the competition, which is Microsoft. People aren't going to like this. They didn't like it when Microsoft did it. They're not going to like it when Sony did it. But it's going to happen. Who is that? Who's jamming?
Hello.
What were you playing, man?
Just watching the shaft.
Oh shit! There's a whole mess of people in the fucking Discord. Let's see who we got here. Apex Hell. E3 had more CG than Avatar. They could just drop trailers on YouTube, and I would be all right with it. Yep. A random yawn has appeared. Yawn was critically effective. The biggest megaton at E3 was hip hop in a Lakers jersey. That wasn't no fucking megaton. He's always been on Lakers nuts. But now they ain't winning shit, so he won't be on Lakers for long. He also says, I doubt Capcom will do it. Shit destroyed the sales of Street Fighter V. The sales of Street Fighter V? Oh, you mean the exclusives, the timed exclusives? But Street Fighter V wasn't a timed exclusive. That was a permanent exclusive. Did Street Fighter V come out for the Xbox? Anybody? It
never came out.
Never came out, right? So they kind of did screw themselves with that one. It's funny how they say that Square screwed themselves with the deal they made with Microsoft with Tomb Raider. But when Capcom made Street Fighter V exclusive on PlayStation, they didn't screw themselves. It doesn't make any sense to me. Anytime a third party makes a game exclusive, they are hurting themselves. If you're a third party company that makes its money by releasing your game on several platforms and you cut one of those platforms off, you're cutting down your possible profits. Unless, of course, Sony or Microsoft is paying you extra money to cover those profits. But what's the point of that if you're only going to sell so many copies? Like, I don't think people said, well, I can't decide what console to get. And then they said, oh, shit, Street Fighter V is exclusive. I guess I'm going to get a PlayStation 4. I don't think people bought PlayStation 4 just to play Street Fighter V. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's not the game you buy a console for. Is it, Freddie?
Nope.
I'm gonna get you involved, Freddie, because somebody said you need to step your game up.
What?
You need to step your you need to you need to step your game up as a co-host. I told him to watch the PAX show that you hosted. That shit, I watched that shit a couple days ago. I was sitting here cracking up. It's still funny.
Yeah, it's so funny shit. I don't know why I just kept laughing.
Emery says, I knew the Raptors were going to win because we beat Canada at curling at the Olympics, so they had to get us back ASAP. We took curling from them, so they took basketball from us. What do you think, Freddie?
What?
Have you not been listening to the conversation? Freddie? See, this is why Rickerson said you need to step your game up. Get on top of it. Stop playing with your balls. What did he
I was just watching the movie.
What do you want? Oh, you're the co-host of the show. What do you think?
What do I think about E3?
No. What do you?
I was going up the stairs. I'm on the stupid phone. I don't know why this shit's so
What the
long.
fuck you doing on the phone for? You got fucking 16K computer screens.
I'm trying to go on the computer now. Our electric went the fuck out.
You know why? You know why the electric went out? Because you keep buying fucking video cards.
I don't have no video cards.
You've got like 3 Titans in your fucking machine, man. RX 2048s, man. That's why your fucking electricity shut off. You turned out the whole grid. Like the small circle of a Philly goes black. Like, oh, Freddy's up to it again. He bought a new fucking car.
But no one didn't buy Street Fighter 5 for fucking PlayStation. Some of that.
No, I'm asking you, how do you feel about PlayStation getting third-party exclusives from big publishers? For the getting ready for the PS5. You know, Microsoft's doing the same thing.
Xbox 360 again.
They want to be like Xbox 360?
Like, you know how they had the exclusive DLC stuff?
Well, no, this isn't even DLC. This is like, give me that game.
Games.
It's like what Microsoft did with Tomb Raider. They want timed exclusives. They want, when PS5, it seems, this is what Sony said. Sony views Microsoft as their direct, are you listening?
Yeah.
So Sony views Microsoft as their direct competition. They do not view Nintendo as a competitor. So they're doing things for the launch of the PS5 to ensure that people go out and buy the PS5. Now, why is Sony being vocal about this? Why is this even being discussed right now? I have my theories. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. I don't think there's going to be a power difference between the Xbox and the PS5, the new Xbox and the PS5.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be
really neck and neck.
I'm not even neck and neck. I think they're both going to be the same, aside from the customized stuff that they're going to do. It's going to be the same shit, same amount of memory, everything. There might be a flop here and there difference between them, but they're going to be so close to each other that power isn't going to be something that you choose. That's not going to be how you choose your console. Okay? And I did a poll. What do you mean dirty gone? What the fuck are you talking about? I did a poll. John, what are you talking about, dirty gone? I did a poll on Twitter, and I said, if the Xbox was more powerful, what would you have bought in 2013? And I said, if the Xbox was cheaper, what would you have bought in 2013? It didn't seem that anything made a difference. People had their minds made up whether they want PlayStation or Xbox. So, if that's the case, and these new consoles come out, and they are super close in power and hardware, they're like, there's nothing difference between the two, how are you going to get people to buy your system? You got to have some exclusive games, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Wait, what's John saying? What the fuck? Yeah. Oh, he's cracking me up. He says, there is no Dirty Bird. What the fuck are you talking about? Dirty Bird hasn't been on this show for ages.
Yeah, that's old school.
Yeah. Wait. Wait a second. Leaks say GTA 6 is what Sony's going after, like, for 1 week. What the fuck is 1 week? Should be at least a month. Should be a fucking year. At this point, there's no reason to own an Xbox. Low to high. Well, stop. I always gotta correct people when they say this, because whenever people say this, it's assumed that they're speaking for everybody. He says, at this point, there's no reason to own an Xbox. I want to correct you, low to high. At this point, there's no reason for you to own an Xbox. You can only speak for yourself. Okay? You can't speak for everybody else. I remember, let's go back 10 years when I was amping PC and telling everybody to get gaming PCs, and everybody was telling me it was too expensive. You'd rather play on console. And now you're assuming, well, you could just play Xbox games on PC. So everybody's got a gaming PC, right? Everybody just all of a sudden has a fucking gaming PC and they can play everything.
No reason to own anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Freddie. That's what I'm talking about. These motherfuckers are like, I'm not a PC. That's too expensive. And why would you pay $1,000 to play fucking Gears when you can pay $299 to play it on your fucking TV? Don't give me this shit. There's no reason to own an Xbox. I'll never fucking agree with that. It doesn't make any sense. There is a reason to own an Xbox. You don't have a gaming PC and you want to play Xbox games. That's a reason. If you're saying that, you're talking about yourself. You're not talking about anybody else. Oh, Low to High said bring back Dirty Bird. Okay, I get it. Okay, John especially needs to be back on the show. Where's your bitch? If Torrance says he's doing it, I'll come back. If I'm doing what? Operation Torrance on retirement. John sends me these little messages on Twitter every once in a while to tell me not to retire. I can't do this shit anymore, man. The gaming scape right now is so fucked up. It's not even funny.
It's not even fun. Like, I'm more into movies than anything, you know.
It's not even about being more into anything else. I still love games.
Me too.
But if you go on social media, people are just there is a mental crisis, a mentally disabled. How can I say this? There is a mental disability crisis amongst gamers. It's just I get on social media and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Since 2013, ponies have been fucking dogging Xbox since 2013. 6 motherfucking years straight. Give it a rest, you dudes. Give it a fucking rest. We get it. You don't like Xbox. Play your fucking knack in your fucking Detroit and shut the fuck up. Nobody fucking cares. I cannot believe the energy these guys have. Every fucking other tweet is something about console war bullshit. They're a bunch of mental cases, all of them. You know who's sitting back playing their games and shutting up? All the Nintendo fanboys. I don't hear shit from them. The only one they're yelling at is fucking Nintendo, and Nintendo don't release shit fast enough.
Sony's the
wait, John, Operation Torrance on retirement. Fuck them. Give me 1 year, 1 full year. No. There is no retirement.
Come on here, man.
You got to understand. I don't want to do it anymore. I have to want to do it. I can't do it anymore. I just want to play games. I want to come home, get in my bubble, play my games, and turn it off. Plus, fishing is blowing up for me right now. It's insane. Let's see. This has been held for message has been held for review. Show message. Asshole.
It's gonna be a fish on podcast.
He said 1 year, 1 day a week. No, brother. Look, John. If you want to do it, you could do it, man. Everybody thinks I'm gonna after I'm done with the Warzone, I'm gonna do a cooking show because I keep posting food stuff. So
you should do food videos, though.
Yes, John. This message has been held for review. Fuck that. Tor, you can virtual fish. I want the team back. Too much mercury I don't eat fish. I mean, I do eat fish, but why are we talking about this? But Tor, ponies are just giving back the same shit X thoughts have been giving us during last gen. Maybe so, but is it worth it? Like, if Let me just give you an analogy here. If you're a victim of somebody running in your house and shitting on the floor, are you then going to run in their house and shit on the floor for 6 years? No, don't stoop to their level. Anyway, I think, let me get back to the point I was trying to make. So I think Sony knows that the Xbox is going to be on the same level as the PS5. So what they're trying to do is secure some exclusive games to lure next-gen buyers into buying their console instead of Microsoft's. You can't sleep on Microsoft. You really can't sleep on them. They slept on them when the 360 came out. They gave them a year head start, and it wasn't good for Sony. It took them fucking an entire generation just to catch up. Sony doesn't want to have to do that again. Sony respects Microsoft a lot more than the fucking gamers do. And Microsoft could say, yeah, we made some mistakes last gen. Here's what we're going to do to correct them. They're a fucking monster right now. They're in the corner. They're behind the 8 ball. They got to come out swinging next year, which means they're going to have exclusives. So by Sony money-hatting these exclusives from third parties for the PS5 launch, it's a smart thing to do because they have to lure people into buying their console. But I don't know. I'm not even going to be a part of next generation. You're really going to have... Sony or Microsoft is really going to have to do something to tickle my balls to get me to buy a console next generation. They're really going to have to do something special. And I just don't see it happening. I know the crossplay thing is starting to come into effect. And I said I would support them by buying their consoles if they did the full crossplay like the way I want it. But then I'm thinking about it. If they do the full crossplay the way I want it, then I could just play all that shit on my PC against console gamers. So why would I get a console for that? So there's really no reason. Last of Us 3, man! No, there's no reason for me to do it. Nothing. You have a Switch. You can fish and switch, motherfucker. Hell yeah, fuck you mean. I'm taking diarrhea dumps in their house. Fuck turning the other cheek. Doing a live fishing and Switch stream from your phone. I actually did a live stream of the fishing game I got from the last year's iCast. It got like 1,500 fucking views. I was blown away. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, and that's from fishing people. Tor, you follow martial arts movies. If you kill my teacher, I must train to kill you. When Microsoft was on the top, they killed Sony. Now Sony is back and killed them. So who do you think's going to come and kill them? Stadia? Dr. 12 Evil. Freddie, keep going, Freddie. You're supposed to be stepping up your game this show. Keep. So everybody knows that because of Trump's tariffs with China, that the price of consoles will go up 25%.
Oh god.
Which means consoles will probably be, if they don't solve this problem with China, consoles will probably cost $750. And I also did a poll. I think I did a poll on that, or somebody else. I think Tony did a poll on that. Somebody did a poll on that, and I did do a poll on that a few weeks ago, and just to see how much people would pay for consoles. Imagine if the Xbox 2 and the PS5 came out and they were $750. How many people in this room would buy either or?
Well, buy that shit.
You know I wouldn't buy it. That's a fucking whole video card. That's almost a whole PC.
Pretty much.
Yep. John said, nope, not me.
Oh,
Sorry said, how about a Vive level PSVR 2 tour? Would that convince you to buy a PS5? No, I'd just get a Vive for the PC. Futurix Viper says, fuck that, I got a PC. Well, I also think that, here's the thing. They're talking about the tariffs for these PCs and the fact that this trade war with China may jack the price, not PCs, but console. It will jack the price of consoles 25%. Now, I was under the assumption that with all the shit these new consoles are going to be doing, that their prices, they're come out at $499, not $399 like everybody wants. And I had the 25%, and I broke the $700 barrier. So, I I think that even if they decide that they're going to end this trade war by the end of next year, that it's not going to make a difference because Microsoft and Sony have to go into production by the end of this year. They have to start production on these consoles by the end of this year because they have to have these consoles ready to show at next year's E3. And we're already breaking into the year. E3's over. It's almost July. So by E3 next year, or by their little XCon or PlayStation ViewCon or whatever they're going to do prior to E3 to show their new consoles, they got to have that shit ready. They need to manufacture a couple million consoles. So if this trade war doesn't end before they start manufacturing these consoles in China or in America in this case, then no matter what, you're going to be paying a premium for these consoles. Isn't that fucking crazy? Sorry said, I'd wait just as I waited for the 60 gigabyte PS3 to drop $100. So it's crazy. We're at a crazy time right now. And think about Google Stadia. That's where Google can slide in and get a couple of those dollars.
Yeah.
Come on. Slide
Especially
in.
the free service one.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't have to buy shit and it's bad. $60. That's it.
The best part about the Stadia for me is throwing the shit in your briefcase and flying to a hotel somewhere and playing those games in your hotel room.
Yeah.
To me, that's the biggest draw of the Stadia. But the problem with it is I have now 294 games in my Steam library. It's not like I can play any of those games. So, I'd have to start everything over.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's going to work. I know all these companies want to get the streaming thing to work. It hasn't worked yet. I don't know how much. I think Sony got their money back for their stream for PS Now. They got their $350 million back. But the fact that they're going on Azure now means that project is dead, and PS Now is now being converted into a different type of a different beast.
NVIDIA, you can do that right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. NVIDIA is one of the companies that's actually had good streaming since they brought it out, but nobody's really using it.
And it's free.
And you know what's funny is when the shit comes out and people are like, "Fuck you, we don't want to fucking stream our games." I don't think anybody wants to stream games. I don't want to stream games. I'm willing to try it out, but it's not something I want to do. Like if I travel, it would be cool to play those games in my hotel room, but I'm going to have an iPad and a Switch on me. What do I need to do that for? John says, if I pay $60, it's got to be physical or on my hard drive. Not paying $60 for a game I have to have internet to play. Yeah, exactly. Now, in defense,
for like not those hardcore people.
But wait, in defense of streaming, internet is going to be like the air in a couple years, where no matter where you go, you're going to have access to internet. But the thing is, if you need internet to play these games and your internet goes out, you can't play. You got to put the game console down, grab some KY, and play with yourself. Because that's all you're going to be able to do. You're going to be in your hotel room. Your Switch ain't going to work. Your Stadia ain't going to work. Whatever. You put them in your bag and you lie in your hotel bed with your fucking lotion or KY and you rub
one. KY.
You rub one off and go to sleep. And that's it. And you're like, I had planned to finish Persona while I was on vacation. Guess I can't do that. It's crazy. Speaking of a 294 game Steam library, the Steam Summer Sale has started on June 25th. And every year I try not to buy anything. I end up buying stuff anyway. So I got Soul Calibur and that tech thing. Wait a minute, what did I get? I got tech. I got. Hey, everybody.
Did you get Wallpaper Engine yet?
No, I don't. I think I have Wallpaper Engine. I got tech.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. I got what? Where the fuck is it? TerraTech. I got TerraTech finally. It's been in my wanted to buy list for ages. So I got TerraTech on sale and I got Soul Calibur. I still go through my Steam catalog and I see stuff and I have no idea how I got it. Like, I have Street Fighter vs. Tekken. Where the fuck did I get that? You know? Fucking Sonic Adventure DX. Why do I have that? Like, where does this shit come from? You know, I thought it's just crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, so Steam Summer Sale is upon us. So if you have games that you've been trying to buy in Steam, now's the time to get it. John said, have you checked out Ring of Elysium? Is that a sequel to that Matt Damon movie? Dr. 12 says, Tor, couldn't Sony take all the existing PS4 Slims and Pros on the shelf and just bridge another Jaguar CPU and GPU to get more power? The way I hear people bridge. Well, you know everything's going to be backwards compatible. This would save on tariffs from importing a brand new console. Yeah, but that doesn't... I don't know about that. I guess they could do that, but it just doesn't seem like it's efficient. I think they would lose money if they did that. Trust me, there are people out there that would pay $750 for a PlayStation 5. John says that game's a new Battle Royale game and it looks dope. Freddy buys games under your account when he comes over your house. The mode is called Ash and I. 5G is the future, Torrance. 5G is now, Jack Burton. Oh, I mean Jader, 1982. And that's what else is going on? Did you get anything in the Steam Summer Sale, Freddie?
Not yet.
Not yet. You better hurry up, man. You can't get a video card on the Steam Summer Sale.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been buying shit lately.
Yeah. Anybody watching Jessica Jones yet? How is it?
It's good.
Is it better than season 2?
It's kind of, you know.
I actually liked season 2 until the end. It kind of got old.
It's pretty good.
All right, I'm going to check that out.
It's pretty good.
All right. And who's watching Evangelion on Netflix? I don't know. See, Netflix releasing Evangelion is them just trying to be cool with the anime crowd. But the anime crowd's already seen the shit. If you're a hardcore anime, you've seen the original Evangelion. I watched the original Evangelion. I think I watched it on fucking tape. Let me think about this for a second. No, I watched it on DVD. I watched it on this dude at my job kept saying, "Oh, Evangelion, you gotta see it, Torrance. It's fucking awesome." And I'm like, okay, let me borrow it. So he gives it to me, and I watch it. It was good, but it was so fucking confusing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? It didn't make any sense to me. But then they did the remakes. The remakes are fucking awesome. That's what they should be putting on Netflix is the fucking remakes. And shit, did 444 ever come out? Let me check this shit out. Evangelion. 444. If 444 came out, I'm going to be fucking pissed. No, I don't see it. Good. That's the one I'm waiting for. I got 3. Oh, did I do it wrong? Oh! Yeah, just 3. There's no 444 yet. And I don't know if they're going to make it. The movies are fucking badass. Have you seen the movies?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they're only going to 3. Maybe there is no 444 because the complete Blu-ray series just goes up to 333. So maybe they're done. But I thought they were going to do more. The music, everything about these remakes is fucking dope. Has anybody here seen the remakes of Evangelion? Greg Miller. Yeah, we talked about Greg Miller being banned early in the show. Dr. 12 Evil. Trump holds off on more China tariffs. Two sides agree to restart trade talks. Come on, Trump. Just keep it going until these consoles come out. I'm literally in watch the world burn mode. I just want to see what'll happen if they come out at $750, man. I want if these fucking consoles come out and they're like $700 for each console, I'm just gonna sit back with a bucket of buttered popcorn and just watch it. Just watch it all. Yeah, I was planning on getting a next gen console, but now it's $700. I guess Sony's right. This is for the hardcore gamer. And that's another thing. Sony is poisoning this console. They said this themselves. They're poisoning this console to be for the hardcore gamer. What does that usually mean? Higher prices. That's all that statement means. Higher prices. They're not making it for mass consumers because mass consumers aren't paying $700 for a fucking console. Shit, they're not paying $500 for a fucking console. You remember when 3DO tried to pull that shit?
Oh,
3DO, it's a premium console. Graphics like you've never seen before. $700. Motherfuckers were like, what? Are you out your fucking mind, Panasonic? Evangelion is trash. I remember when you and Tony maybe watched that shit. But John, watch the remakes. It's night and day. Night and day. Please watch the remakes. They are so fucking good. Carlos Romero says, if you had to choose to be stuck on an island for a month with Jeff Keighley or Steven Tortilla, which would you choose? I would choose Jeff, and I would spend the entire month trying to get him to unblock me from Twitter.
Would you do his voice in front of him?
I would do his voice in front of him. Like, Jeff, you want some coconut milk? I'd fucking get coconuts for him, make him like drinks and stuff, and I'd catch fish and keep us fed.
That'd probably be the best video ever.
He'd love me after that. I'm like, Jeff, okay, now that I've saved you on this island and you survived, can you unblock me from Twitter? Steven would bore me to death. Steven, if I was on the island with Steven Tortilla, I would probably build a raft and leave. I might not even build a raft. I might just jump in the water and start swimming. He would bore me to fucking Torrance. Maybe we can get some coconuts or something. He'd fucking bore me.
Remember Hip Hop Game recorded him playing the game?
Oh, I'll never forget it.
All bored.
Yep. Sorry said, did you see the Gonzalo APU first strike benchmark that scored a 20K? Beats Vega. Let me tell you something. Sorries. I don't speak GPU. I don't know the difference between an RTX and a GTX. The Titan is where the buck stops for me. I'm not going to know about these video chipsets, these new ones, until it comes time for me to either upgrade or build a new PC. I just don't speak GPU. I don't. They name them too close to the same. RTX, GTX. Fuck both of you all for doing that shit. I don't even know which is the best card and which is the slowest card anymore. I don't speak GPU. Until it comes time where I need to, okay, it's time to build a new PC or get a new video card, then I start opening the books and reading and researching and figuring out what's what. But right now, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm going to read this again. Did you see the Gonzalo APU first strike benchmark? What the fuck is that? Is that some Mexican dude that runs his own benchmark? That scored over 20K. What does that score mean? I don't know. Beats Vega 64. What's that? RTX 2070 and GTX 1080. Only the RTX 2080 still beat it at over 21K. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. What's it? Freddie, do you even know what he's talking about? You know who Gonzalo APU is?
Actually,
Gonzalo Apul.
This might be the AMD he's talking about.
Is that some Spanish dude that works for the company for
The
Tom's Hardware?
AMD.
Hello, Tom of Tom's Hardware. I will do benchmarks for you. I will call it the Gonzalo APU Firestrike benchmark. Everybody will read about it.
Even with the Titan, they got what, Titan XP and Titan Little XP. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know, dude. I'm lost, man. I'm lost.
But after that, they're trying to be okay, but still.
$700 with a trade-in of your old to ease the cost. So $200 trade-in for a Pro, $100 trade-in for a Slim. Okay, all right. So you trade in your old console. I guess that would work. But why would you want to trade in your console to GameSlut when you know they're gonna fuck you? They're fucking you over. Basically. I don't know. I guess that would work. But why? If people aren't buying a lot, I guess they could do that. So, but you're trading in your old console and you're spending $500 for the new console. I don't know. Jader says, I was talking about streaming is going to thrive because of 5G. Oh yeah, because I'll tell you what, when you stream from your phone in some remote location, it won't look like shit anymore. That's where 5G is going to help.
Apex says GameStop won't be open until 2020.
Game Slut won't be
Well,
open?
it
What are you talking
won't
about?
be open by 2020.
What, they're all closed or something?
And she said he seen that stock.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The stock of GameStop.
Oh,
It's
you're
like
saying
all
they're going to be
fucked up.
closed.
Yeah.
Well, people will be going to Microsoft store to buy the Microsoft Xbox if that's the case. And I guess Sony's going to have to open more Sony stores.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying the Gonzalo APU is supposed to be the engineering sample of the next-gen consoles, specifically the PlayStation 5. Oh. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I don't care about that.
You see, this Steam got a new headset,
Steam got a new headset?
a new virtual reality headset.
Really?
$1,000.
Oh, that's way too much.
Yeah.
I don't. You know what? I can't figure out why I haven't got my new Oculus or whatever the fuck it's called yet. Because I got the money to do it, and it's just I keep forgetting about it. I'm like, I really want
$500 for that one.
dude. I can get it for $400. Well, I think they both released new units.
Yeah.
So
There's a mobile one, and then there's
yeah, fuck that mobile shit. I want the dope ass shit that I could sit in my seat or stand in my man cave and venture off to foreign worlds.
Yeah. It's only one cable too. Crazy.
In VR porn. Like, you know, I got to do that soon. But yeah. So what else? What else hasn't been much news. That's why I've been chilling and not doing shows. If ain't shit to talk about, I ain't doing the fucking show. Yeah, I'm gonna sit up here like a fucking clown and do a monkey dance if there ain't nothing to talk about. I do have a new girlfriend. She's here with me now. Do you guys want to meet her? What's so funny? Her name is Catherine. Catherine? Oh. Hello, everybody. My name is Catherine. How are you? Please hurry up and finish the show so I can give Torrance some head. Okay, thank you. Oh, God. Oh, Catherine. Oh, God. Anyway, what else? What else is going on? What's everybody doing? Show us show of ones. How many people here are getting the next gen PlayStation? Type of 1 in the chat. I guess I got to pay attention to this fucking Discord too. Let's see what I miss here.
That's a lot of shit.
Nintendo fans are busy making Smash Brothers porn in Gary's mod. Oh, God. Apex says, I have an Xbox to play the digital library. Smart man. Freddy always plays with his balls. Yep. How are you going to fap if Pornhub down too? I don't think I need to buy anything from some sale. I'm at 1,049 games. Are you serious?
Damn.
I won't watch that shit. They changed the voice acting on the English dub. The remake movies are awesome. No, I doubt it. No, I doubt it. Me Too Tour. There's supposed to be a 4. Yes, they are awesome. Buy a fucking NVIDIA 3080 Ti. Is there an NVIDIA 3080 Ti?
No, it's 2080 Ti.
Oh. My cousin Rob had a Panasonic 3DO with Way of the Warrior, the dude shooting fireballs from his kilt. Navi and Gonzalo are the project names for them. Okay. Man, these guys have been going in on this chat. I haven't seen this much chatter in the fucking Discord chat in ages. Game Slut won't even... Oh, is that where you got that from?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to step my game up and read the Discord.
Step your fucking game up, Freddie. So I Am Legend's definitely getting PS5. See, you don't want to give this shit up. Okay, so how many, by a show of ones, who's getting the next Xbox? It's at 700. At 700.
Damn. 700.
I said, show of ones, who's getting the next Xbox at 700? There isn't a number on the screen. Oh, I'll make it even juicier. Okay. Let's say Xbox gets an exclusive that you absolutely have to have. Like, let's say they get GTA 6 day one and they get it for a year. Would you buy an Xbox 2 at launch? Now we get to find out who the GTA nuts are. Oh, or they get a Superman game. Looks like Microsoft's going to fail coming out the gate next gen. Nobody wants this shit. Microsoft's going to have to bring the fucking heat. The heat. They're going to have to bring the heat next gen.
It's going to be like a service thing. What?
No, but here's the thing about Microsoft, and I know you all have seen this. Every fucking year before E3, they hype the fuck out of E3. They get you all juiced up. Like, think of it's a hot fucking, what's a rare woman? A hot fucking redhead with big tits and a shaved pussy and a nice ass, baby skin, and she's like, oh, Thursday, you're gonna get all of this. You're gonna get it all. It's all gonna be wet and everything. And you get all excited. I can't hang out with you guys Thursday, okay? Thursday night comes and you go home and all you got is a picture of her and it's wet. That's it. No pussy, you're not getting shit. You got a hard dick and nothing to do with it. That's what Microsoft does every fucking year before E3 is they get us all excited about all the shit. We got 800 games we're showing and they're all exclusive, blah, 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 blah. And then they do their show and you're like, huh? And then they said they had like, what, 60 games were shown? And I'm like, I didn't see 60 motherfucking games. Did anybody count those games? Jader picked a 1. Did anybody count those games? During E3, it wasn't 60 fucking games, was it? Anybody?
Yeah, I don't remember 60 games.
I didn't see. I saw about maybe 24. Like, how many did they show in that sizzle reel? Like 40? So let's see. Everybody's like, I'll play this shit on PC. Their only hope is Obsidian. Sorry says, I support the PlayStation brand since PS1. Of course, I'm already sold on PS5. The only Xbox I own is 360. I Am Legend says all their games are on PC, so there's no need for me to buy one. Loda High says I sold my ex back, and you sold your girlfriend? Dude, that's not even funny. Jada says, Torrance, I know you said you were done with consoles, but with all the current leaks, are you thinking about jumping back into consoles? No. Also, are you still tossing in the towel at episode 400? Yes. Kai Godsend says, you must not have been here earlier, Jader. There's nothing like there would have to be something. There would have to be a watershed moment in console gaming for me to buy a console. There's absolutely nothing they would have to make a Shaw Brothers Kung Fu game that is so fucking dope that I'd have to go out day one and buy a Shaw Brothers Kung Fu game that's like a Shaw Brothers fucking movie. With the opening sequence, the training sequence, not in like fucking Street Fighter, not even like Virtua Fighter, none of those games. A totally new fighting game that's like those Shaw Brothers movies. If somebody releases that game and it's only on consoles, I'll buy a fucking console for sure. Because I've been waiting for that game all my life and nobody's making it. And they do have Ninja Theory. Can't wait to see what they do with the big budget. I thought about getting rid of my Xbox, but Game Pass is such a great value, especially if you have kids. True. Yep. I can't argue with that. I'm paying for it, and, I always forget when a new Xbox game comes out that I actually want to play. It's right there for me to download and play with that cheap monthly fee that I'm paying. So Gears 5 will be right there for me. The next Halo, right there for me. So really can't complain about that. And if that's the route that Microsoft has to go, then that's going to work out for them. I still don't think they should release another console. I think they should just become Sony's bitch and make games for the PlayStation, and everybody would be happy. That's just what they should do, because if nobody's picking ones in here, this is a lot of people. There's like 160,000 people watching the show right now, and nobody picked one for Xbox. Did you take advantage of the game? Yes, I took advantage of it, but I only had 3 months left. in my Xbox Live, so Gamer Pass is going to get me until the dollar is going to get me until August, and then it switches over to the regular price because I didn't feel like doing all the bullshit of extending my subscription for a year and whatever. It doesn't matter, but I do like Game Pass. Jader says I'm getting an Xbox 2 regardless. Torrents. Okay, so we do got one dude in here that's going to get an Xbox. How do you, Jader, how do you feel about people saying there's no reason for them to get an Xbox right now? Most of the people that are saying there's no reason for them to get an Xbox don't have any Xboxes in their house. So it's not like you can even play like backwards compatibility games or anything. You ain't got shit. You ain't invested in any of the Xbox games. Motherfuckers that have been playing Halo since the OG Xbox, they ain't giving up on that shit. They want up. Ruben picked a one. What's up, Analog Circle? Hey, the real D White, motherfucker. What time y'all start tonight?
Halo 5 do come out the same day, apparently.
Yeah, but if you think about it, dudes that have been playing Halo since the OG Xbox are not going to just dump Xbox and move to PlayStation. I, for one, want to finish this fucking Halo saga. If an insider at Microsoft told me right now that there's going to be another 10 Halo games, I would stop. I'd finish the game I have now. I'd finish the next one, which is basically Halo 6, and I'd be done with it. If somebody told me there was going to be 8 more God of Wars, done. 8 more Uncharted's, done. But I have a feeling that Halo's going to end soon. They're going to end the saga. But who knows? Maybe they won't. Call of Duty's saga hasn't fucking ended. So I don't know. But hey, you know? Dr. 12 says, if Sony got the exclusive rights to make a game based on Yasuke that works with PSVR, would you buy a console tour? No. Imagine not being burnt out on Gears and Halo. Imagine not being burnt out on God of War and Uncharted. I can do this all. I got all day, people. I'm going to be here all day. Halo doesn't carry the same weight as what? Analog. It does for motherfuckers that have been playing it since the first one. I don't want to invest in multiple consoles next gen. I hear you, Dutch. I don't either. If I do invest in a console, I'm only getting one. And I'm going to tell you this right now. No fucking walking sims are going to get me to buy a PlayStation. I need something better than that. I need something absolutely fucking breathtaking. I need something that's so fucking dope that when it's announced, I need to stream about it right away. And that goes for both of them consoles. You said cross-platform, and it seems like it's going to become a reality. Yes, but it looks like they're making it I said this earlier. They're making the cross-platform a reality and including PC. So if they're including PC in that, then there's no reason for me to get a console. Sorry said, I'd flip with joy if Microsoft will port Halo the Master Chief Collection to the PS4. Of course you would. I'm sure there's somebody that would be happy if they ported Uncharted over to the Xbox. But these things aren't going to happen, people. So you gotta pick a console and go with it.
And keep dreaming, this dude shit.
And keep dreaming. So, Freddie, what do you got to say about Riku-san saying you need to step your game up?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you're not gonna say fuck him? I thought you were gonna say fuck him or something, and then I was gonna start some drama. I'm gonna start some drama anyway. I'm gonna go in the chat and say, "Hey, Riku-san, Freddie told you to fuck off when I told him you needed to step your game up." Dachi says, "I think Microsoft services will keep me invested in their ecosystem." Yes, I'm definitely invested in their ecosystem, and I'm glad it works with PC. Jader picked one for Xbox. Yep, Jader's like the one dude in here that's got to get an Xbox. Jamal says any option is better than Stadia. Correctamundo. And there's also rumors that that Nintendo is releasing a smaller, more powerful Switch.
What is the next Xbox online only?
Online only, meaning streaming only, or
like how they was gonna do it before the Xbox One. You got to be online all the time.
I'd be game for that if I was gonna buy it. You know, Freddie.
Yes.
Okay, it's time for us to transition into the Jeezy cam. Is John still here? John, what do you think of the John, what do you wait a minute. Somebody just said QL is going to get 3 Xboxes. Now that's fucking hilarious. Emery said that on fucking fuck, I got people chatting. I thought these chats were supposed to come across to everything. Why isn't it doing that?
Fuck, they got to step your game up.
Wait a minute. What's up? What's up, DJ Killzone Jones? I got more shit to read from the fucking Twitch stream. Waiting on Stranger Things Season 3. I love Geoff. I didn't have to keep writing to go to E3. Tor, are you getting Cyberpunk? Oh, yes, I'm definitely going to get Cyberpunk. This is worse than the Anal Beads episode. Probably going to stick with the PC. I don't understand the console market anymore. Neither do I. That is funny, though. QL is going to get 3 Xboxes.
You already got this shit pre-order, man.
So we close out on the Jeezy cam. I'd like to say thank you, everybody, for coming. If you have any other questions, now's your time to ask. Oh, too late. So I will see you guys again next week, or maybe the week after, depending on what news drops this week. I'm taking it easy for these last 9 episodes. I mean, if you think about it, if I did straight 9 episodes after this, the show would be done before the summer's over. Ain't that crazy? Wait a minute, Tor. I thought Xbox didn't want no Pony one and done games. There it is. There it is. Somebody had to say it. Did this nigga say Killarney Jones? God damn it. Man, I have this set up. I'm supposed to see everybody's chat in one location. This is driving me crazy. John says he's at work. You got people thinking I'm watching porn with your noises. Anybody listen to it on large speakers? Get really close to the mic. I'm so wet.
Johnny Fire. Damn.
Let's see. Xbox is breaking grounds. Game Pass cross. QL, you signed in. Cross-platform, backwards compatibility, excellent online computing. All Xbox needs is take a page out of Sony's book and focus on exclusives. Totally agree. Tor, thoughts on Etika, the YouTube streamer who passed away? Good question. It's a damn shame that he had to end his life that way. He was screaming for help, and they couldn't get him any help. And I guess they're talking about, well, they have to want to get help. I'm sorry. If you're mentally ill, you can't leave it up to that individual to want to get help. That's when they call when an intervention comes into play. Okay, so it's too bad that he had to kill himself, and we lost another community leader. So it's pretty sad, and it just goes to show that there is a mental health problem in this country. And nobody's doing a fucking thing about it, because if somebody was doing something about it, they would have did an intervention with him and got him some help. And
like even YouTube, like he's big. Why didn't they help him?
It didn't matter if he was big or small. The dude needed help. And you can't just like call an ambulance and have, you really need to take a person with mental health issues and put them in a mental health hospital and get them help and not allow them to leave until they show change or you find some medication to help him. So that's all I got. John's saying he did get help. I don't think he got the right help, John. You know, but all I can say is, if you're having issues in life, and I think John did a little rant. I keep my eyes. I'm sorry, my eyes aren't on my GZ cam right now. John said a little rant about it, and yeah, there's something fucked up with this community and these streamers. if you're going to stream and you're going to become a personality on the internet, people are going to say shit about you that you don't like. You gotta be able to take that shit. You think I've been doing this shit since 2008 and people haven't talked shit about me? You think I give a shit?
You would need to take a break if they're going to do anything.
I don't fucking give a shit what people say. But that's just it, John. They shouldn't have discharged him. He really needed some serious help. The dude basically went through a mental breakdown. Usually when people go to the hospital then they get really good help, they're in that hospital for a while. Under watch. You know, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I think it's crazy. And he jumped into the river and drowned. And it's just, Sorry says it's because of YouTube tour. People just thought of him as an attention whore. Well, you have to be an attention whore to get hits on YouTube. Yeah. Would you say that Torrance Davis is an attention whore? Do I come across as a person that needs and loves attention? No. I come in, I say funny things, you either laugh or you don't. If I was an attention whore, I'd probably get more views, I'd probably do more streams, I probably wouldn't be retiring in 9 episodes. I'm not that individual. I don't even like people throwing birthday parties for me or anything. I'm not an attention whore. I get in, I say my shit, and I keep it moving. Copyright 2008, John Shaw. So, she can't cube. You don't need attention. You need lotion for that shit. Motherfucker, look at this head. It ain't fucking ashy. You need to get off of that. So, yeah, it's pretty sad that he died, but there is definitely something wrong. Let me get off this Jeezy cam for a minute. It's bad. It's sad. There is definitely a mental health problem in America.
Yeah.
As you know, the biggest effects of mental health issues are people going into a club or whatever and killing a bunch of people for no fucking reason at all.
And then killing themselves.
And some of them don't kill themselves. Some of them either get shot or some of them are alive in jail. While innocent black folks are getting killed everywhere. I don't understand. I just don't understand it. I don't like people. I don't like being around people. You know, it's really sad. But yeah, if I was an attention whore, you'd see more streams from me and I would do crazy shit. But I don't have time or energy for that and I don't want to do that. People that have the time and energy to do it have really popular channels. And they blow up. Look at fucking Joe the Angry Video Game Nerd or whatever. That dude, I remember when he first started out and he wasn't getting a lot of hits and everything. And he would just go in on these fucking games. I'm like, dude, chill. You don't have to fucking hate every fucking game and be angry at every fucking game. Look at him now.
Yeah.
Because he kept that energy. I'm not doing that shit. You know, my whole goal with the Warzone was to come in, educate people, talk about stuff, and I hope over these 400 episodes that I have educated some of you. That you're like, oh shit, I remember Torrance talking about that. Holy shit. You know? Oh shit. Yeah, that's right. Like, why were all these console fucking fanboys going crazy over GDDR5? They don't even know what the fuck it is. You know? Torrance was talking about GDDR5 long before the PlayStation 4 even came out. I knew about that shit. Oh, shit. I just want to educate people and have a little fun while doing so and have some news commentary. That's all this was about. Yeah, there were a lot of fights and arguments in the beginning that everybody just loved to sit and listen to, but, you know, the show had to mature. And here's where we are, and I'm ready to grab a pina colada and ride off into the sun. Analog Circle says, what? You're retiring? Yep. 400, after episode 400 is the last episode. 9 episodes away. And then I'm jumping in my boat and sailing off into the sunset. Where's the E3 committee meeting? I hate fucking crowds too. Yep. Torrance, is Hip Hop Gamer John Shaw and the old crew going to come back for episode 400? I hope so. I know John will be there. I can get Hip Hop Gamer there. Dirty already says he's going to be there. Jagon, he's probably not going to be there. He's a lost cause. I'm going to try to get Andrea Renee there. But the thing is, you're going to hate to see me go, but I'm not actually going to go. I'll do occasional guest appearances on the Throwdown, occasional, if I feel I need to comment on something. Like, just think if, let's just say, okay, I've retired and everybody buys their PlayStation 5s and Xbox 2s, and they get a third-party game. And when you put the game in either console, this big dick appears on the screen. I think that's something to comment about and be on a podcast to talk about. So if something crazy like that happens, you can guarantee I will be on the next podcast, wherever it is, to talk about that shit.
Can you imagine that shit?
You'll be on the last episode, John. So, Lord Vaughn, I don't know if he'll be there, but yeah. And then that's it. And I got other things I'm going to do. Back to the cheesy. So I'd like to say goodnight to all you gamers. Some of us are straight and some of us are flamers. But I believe in equal opportunity. I like women mostly because they got big titties. Why am I singing to you? When some of you are feeling blue.
Someone asked if there's Morning Gamer still.
What, Freddie?
Gamer. Morning Gamer.
No, I can't do Morning Gamer because my head's really ashy and I got boogers coming out my nose and I can't do that.
Afternoon Gamer. Tonight Gamer.
I don't know what's going to happen tonight, Gamer. Welcome to the Tonight Gamer with your host, Torrance Davis.
Talk about the late shit, man.
The PS5 and Xbox 2 came out and everybody launched their GTA 6 with a big dick on the screen. Apparently, it was a disgruntled employee from Rockstar that put that in there, and it got by Sony and Microsoft's QA.
Or be a trophy unlock this show, dick.
Oh, the Black Mirror was dope. But I'm going to be honest with you, okay? The Black Mirror episode with the Street Fighter. I want you, and I know you guys can't be honest. If let's say you got into that Street Fighter game and you're playing with Freddy, right? And Freddy picks this hot chick in the game, and this hot chick jumps on you and starts kissing you and rubbing her tits in your face, but you know it's Freddy. Are you going to say, stop, Freddy? Or are you going to fuck this hot chick in game? Now, you guys are going to say, no, I wouldn't do that. But I'm sitting up here watching the movie, and I'm like, oh, that's that hot chick from Guardians of the Galaxy. Did you know that the Asian chick, was the girl from Guardians of the Galaxy? Even though she's not really Asian? She just looks Asian? Her name is Paula Malou or whatever. Look at all the hell no, please stops in the room. But if you're in a virtual game and the chick is fucking hot, even though you know it's Freddy, it sounds like a woman. It looks like a fucking woman. It's not a transgender or anything. It's like a woman in this virtual world. You're going to get a fucking hard dick. Yes, you will. You guys are saying hell no because you don't want anybody in chat to think you're gay.